Fake food is everywhere. Are you paying attention?
We have refused more than 100 companies, big companies, saying we will not do it.
How do I distinguish between a veg and a non-veg? Now,
In the vegetarian section, only that green logo is not enough. That the packaging itself would not reflect what is happening at the plant.
हिंदुस्तान के सबसे भरोसेमंद निजी डेयरी कंपनी के नाम पर जहरीला और साथ ही नकली बटर तैयार किया जा रहा है।
are more people turning veg? Do you feel that the world is going vegan, the world is going vegetarian?
A vegetarian is a very shy community. I don't have a place where I can sit and eat peacefully.
Viral video has sparked outrage after a man was seen consuming non-vegetarian food inside a pure vegetarian restaurant.
How big do you feel is an importance or the problem of counterfeiting?
Oh, big, really big. I mean, bigger than you can imagine actually. And especially when we are sitting in India, that's big.
छापेमारी के दौरान टीम को भारी मात्रा में नकली घी तैयार करने का सामान बरामद हुआ।
The counterfeiting market in India is more than $2 billion.
In a world full of fakes, we need a talk on authenticity, a talk which is pure, a talk which is real. In this world of counterfeiting, we are going to touch upon some very, very interesting topics. And today we dive into this podcast with Sattvik. To tell us more about Sattvik, we have the man himself with us, Mr. Abhishek Biswas.
Thank you so much, Vevek, for calling me.
A pleasure, sir. A pleasure because I think Sattvik as a word is extremely, extremely important, extremely close to us. Before we start this podcast, my first question to you, why Sattvik?
Now, the first thing I would like to mention you about Sattvik is that a lot of people, disguise Sattvik with purity. Sattvik it's like Shuddha, something like that, related to food. But Sattvik actually means balance. Sattvik is Rajas, Tamas and Sattva. So Sattvik जो content है, the content of Sattvik is all balance. So whatever we are talking about in Sattvik Certifications is all about balance. So the entire philosophy of Sattvik is not non-vegetarian, is not vegetarian, non-vegetarian or vegan or other state of whatever we are giving certification into. But the main soul behind that is being balanced. So that's why when you talk about food, so it cannot be more tamasic. The more non-vegetarian comes into the food, it becomes more tamasic.
Yeah.
So with us, it's like that. That's how the sense of vegetarian came in.
Of course.
That the Sattvik has to be vegetarian. The Sattvik has to be pure. The Sattvik has to be balanced.
Amazing.
So and the balance, when a product gets balanced, automatically it becomes pure. Amazing. When a factory gets balanced, automatically whatever are you processing in the factory gets, the products are all balanced. So this is the concept behind Sattvik.
Of course. So balance is important.
Balance is very important.
But how important is honesty for you? How important is pure for you? How important is authenticity for you? Out of the topic, a little away from business, in real life, I'd like to ask you the importance of these words.
Actually, for me, the entire consciousness, when you talk about metaverse, the other day I was just sitting and actually just fiddling with DeepSeek, and I was trying, and I just mentioned that how can Sattvik balance the metaverse?
Wow.
And there was like amazing things which came up, right? Because all the metaverse is all chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all chaos.
Yeah.
And you need to neutralize the chaos.
Yeah.
And I think love, compassion, whatever you are trying to give to the other person, So for myself, I think the only thing what I can give to people who are actually buying products under Sattvik Certifications is the trust they have with us. They know that the entire process is 100% vegetarian. Wherever you are sitting or eating food, that's vegetarian. And that is the kind of love and compassion, I think it's my share what I can give to anybody.
With this, I want to ask you a question, which is, are more people turning veg? Do you feel that, the world is going vegan, the world is going vegetarian? And if you can touch upon this sort of a misconception that people have, is vegetarian vegan? Or what exactly is this, and where does Sattvik come in this picture?
Look, there's a lot of confusion because when you see these advertisements, McDonald's burgers going up, the KFC fried chickens are going up,
Yeah.
Tomato ketchup's coming in, and giving you a very delicious burger and, a lot of things so you must, I think the non-vegetarian part has been glorified a lot in the world, right? I personally, I believe that a vegetarian is a very shy community. So if a vegetarian goes to an event and cannot find something, so he will just pick up some salads. He will just pick up some curd or something like that. He will balance it out and he'll just eat and go out.
Yeah.
He will not go and shout, "Where is my food?"
Yeah.
Right. So there always been a huge surge for the vegetarians, but these people are very, very shy.
Yeah.
I think I always I must have given more than a lot of talks here and there and in the schools, colleges. I always say that vegetarians were treated as orphans. Yeah, nothing for them. Not even a signboard.
Yeah.
Not even a small, a logo where you can see and you can sit and eat. So, say for example, at the airports.
Yeah.
Now I'm a vegetarian, and I don't have a place where I can even sit. Even if I'm having a vegetarian food, I don't have a place where I can sit and eat peacefully.
Yeah.
Means that I just go, it's a public place. So probably I bring my food on the table and I'm eating, and somebody, sitting in front of me, exactly in front of me, eating a non-vegetarian burger.
Yeah.
So that's not the right thing.
Yeah.
So there needs to be, when you say that it's a non-vegetarian or a vegetarian outlet, you also need to specify the place a vegetarian can sit and eat comfortably.
Okay, as an option. I'm
As
sure
an
as
option,
an option.
of course, as an option.
Because there are a lot of people, I feel that, as an Indian society, we are very open to the fact that, even if I have a fast, I'm very open to somebody not having a fast.
Yes.
That's how we are very sort of liberal as a society. But yes, point well taken, because a lot of people, they have this sort of aversion to even looking at non-veg as a food option. So having a place which is dedicated to vegetarians could be a revolution, I would say.
I'm talking about the CAGR. Say, for example, in India, because in India there are a lot of staunch vegetarian people, very, very staunch vegetarian people also.
Yeah.
They have their own, beliefs and all that.
Yeah.
Even Jainis and
Yeah.
Marwadis, there are a lot of there, right? So probably even if we say 30%, is what CAGR says, but I don't think so. They have not, done any other CAGR in the last 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
But I think that even if we say that 30% of the Indians population is vegetarian, so at least all the public places where all these food courts are, and they should have a dedicated, at least if there are 100 pack sitting capacity, at least 30 of them should be dedicated to the vegetarian people. Awesome. That they can sit small and they can sit and have their own food comfortably.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because a lot of people who are vegetarians, they really have problem with the with the bones and all that stuff somebody is eating.
Yeah.
And and I think the government should look at this.
Absolutely. As a consumer, how do I distinguish between a veg and a non-veg? Now, I look at a meat, I can say this is non-veg, right? Yeah. But often what happens is that we are so used to the labels that are available till now, which is a red sign and a green sign. Yeah. So if I see a red sticker, it is non-vegetarian, and a green is vegetarian. How do we distinguish the same when it comes to packaged foods? Because we are not able to really see the inside ingredients of the products that we are consuming, and all we go by is the stickers that we see there, or probably we would just read behind the packages. Where does Sattvik come in, this scheme of things, and how are you ensuring and making your customer sort of believe that what they're having is vegetarian or Sattvik?
Vivek, actually, I'll tell you, I'll take you back maybe about 6 years.
Yeah.
Today we are with the top brands in India, ITC. You name a brand, we are with them right now.
Yeah.
The concept, as you said, rightly said, that the concept of packaging was that people, when it's a red logo, you don't need assurance usually, because you are a meat eater and or whatever you are eating. So probably a halal logo would do if it's a retailable item. But in the vegetarian section, the only that green logo is not enough, because you really don't know that where it is processed, how it is processed. Say for example, we are doing it very live. So say for example, there are OEM outlets a lot. So people come and they give you the product. I'm doing white labeling for say hundreds of people, right? Now I'm doing a vegan product in the same line, and I'm also doing a non-vegetarian product in the same line. Right? So I really, you don't know whether the entire facility was washed, or what are the SOPs used, how they were taking care of it. So because for them it's time.
Exactly.
So this is where Sattvik comes in.
Okay.
Sattvik is a very, very technical certification. You really need to work hard to take it. We have refused more than 100 companies, big companies, saying we will not do it. And I would not take a few names. We've also very, very few very big names. We have not certified their products. We say that they are not okay. Because we find they are not okay. And that's there now in the newspapers. The High Court and the Supreme Court is also telling them. I will not take the names. But our point is that whenever we go to a facility or our auditors go to a facility, there are very stringent checkpoints for the vegetarian code. We also have a Jain code.
Okay.
Now the Jain code, when you go to an airline, say for example, when you are going to the airline, you're booking your tickets, you just say, if you don't need onion garlic, it's like you order Jain food. But that's completely rubbish. Jain has a basic, and we are the only people in the world who have developed SOPs for a Jain certification, and we are giving it up.
Okay.
So a lot of things, say for example, you've ordered Jain food, but you are getting something, potato in it. You cannot, because there are certain protocols that anything growing under this they don't
eat.
You don't.
Yeah.
And you never know what time they processed it.
Exactly.
So there are companies, big companies, who've taken Jain certification from us. They stop their kitchen after the sunset. They will not serve.
Wow.
So there are certain protocols, and those protocols we've made. So honey, something in honey, who's using honey, it cannot be Jain certified. So you're saying oats and honey, like a biscuit, and you say it is 100% Jain. You cannot say that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the packaging, as you mentioned, that the packaging itself would not reflect what is happening at the plant.
Exactly.
Especially when you come to these packed foods.
Okay. So red and green would not completely distinguish between veg and non-veg.
Of course.
And would not be able to tell what ingredients are there.
Unless and until it's certified.
Unless and until. So my question here is that, these standards that you're setting, these SOPs that you have, these rules that you're following, is it something which is your own research and development? It is, or you're following a certain standard? How have you been able to establish this concept?
That's a good question. Actually, Vivek, I have more than 44 IPs under me, only with Sattvik. And to start with, the first thing what we developed was a vegetarian standard, because it was not there in the world. We are the first people to make up a standard. And that standard was the first, just to verify it, the first company we gave it to was Bureau Veritas. That's the most prestigious company in the world right now. And they are selling Sattvik certifications. They have adapted, and we really wanted to see and check. So the standard went to the headquarters first. They understood that this standard can be taken up to the world. This was almost 6 years back. And then we realized that no, we have done something good and something great. And after that, in whatever subject Sattvik is giving certificate, Sattvik is certifying, say kitchen. So we have a manual for kitchen. We have a manual for hospitality. We have a manual for for the railways. We've developed a manual for the railways. So every certification we are giving it's backed by a manual.
All right.
And that manual is the Bible.
Wow. Yeah, because for every product, it has to be different, right?
Yes.
You cannot have one standard
Yes.
sort of procedure
Yes.
for, so
Yes.
that's great. So what I feel is that, when you say certification, when you say vegetarian, there comes with the certification comes a lot of trust.
Yes.
With trust comes a lot of responsibility.
Yes.
And when you have a responsibility, there has to be somebody sort of certifying or ensuring it, right? So I just wanted to take this topic a little away from just vegetarian or non-vegetarian, because you're in the food space, you're every day dealing with food manufacturers, and in that context and your experience of last 40 years, I wanted to understand how big do you feel is an importance or the problem of counterfeiting?
Oh, big. Really big. I mean, bigger than you can imagine, actually. Bigger than the volumes you can imagine. And especially when we are sitting in India, that's big.
Oh, is it?
I mean, that's really big.
Because we are looking at, see, when it comes to food, I mean, it's directly related to safety, right?
Yes.
It's related to health.
Yes.
So when we talk about nutrition,
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about direct impact to the health. And counterfeiting coming in food segment is a big problem. And if I were to talk about this size, if you can give us some real examples that you have come across in your experience.
I think the counterfeiting market in India is more than $2 billion. I think so. I mean, maybe more, but according to the kind of last 6-7 years I have seen, I mean, I think it should be more than $2 billion. And probably the lag is too big. So, I mean, the people who are doing it, they are far more advanced. So recently, there was one guy who was making Amul butter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and 100%, it looked like an Amul butter. The butter paper inside was there. He had put some food tech people also, hired some food tech people to actually, do the tasting and all that stuff, right? 100% made by palm oil, and I think no milk or milk ingredient used in that. And they were selling it, and they were also giving it to the dark stores.
Wow.
So and the corner stores and you see a lot of bloggers now doing this food blogging, and they put so much of butter into it, and you can see that's happening actually.
Yeah. There you don't really see what you're actually putting.
And the point is that the price what they're selling is not cheap. They're selling the same price, because then maybe the distributor gets a bigger cut.
Yes.
But the market MRP is almost the same.
Wow.
So when you talk, and these are all organized setups, Vivek. So you would not even know that maybe the Horlicks is not right, or any product. I'm not making a product. I'm so sorry about it. But then anything which you are eating today, you're not sure about it.
Oh,
especially when it's coming from the dark stores.
Oh, that's dangerous. And as a consumer, again, I would say that I speak as a consumer here. I talk as a storyteller. And recently I was just ordering something on Amazon. It was so funny. I would say that, I ordered a product and it was, let's say $3,000. And I said, fine, I ordered and somehow it didn't come. Then I called the company directly and I said, okay, I want, it was just a kit, a bat kit for my son. And it was an MRF kit. And they're selling it as an MRF kit, right? And when I called the manufacturer directly, and they said that, you go to our website, that's where you'll get the real product. The product that is being sold on Amazon is not our product. And it was like unbelievable that, even the manufacturer is living in that sort of world where somebody is selling a duplicate product on a website like Amazon. And I mean, I don't think they had a way to stop that. So I found that so ironical. I said, this is so funny because they're selling it at half the price. I think most of the manufacturers today are also living with the fact that this is happening. But what we talk here is representing a company as We Secure You, which is fighting with this sort of meanness of counterfeiting. And as you said, the size of the market is huge. then it becomes more of a responsibility for companies like these to authenticate every product that you're sort of.
I think that's
manufacturing.
required, need of the hour.
Yeah. So, sir, as you said that the meanness and the problem of counterfeiting is huge. We have identified the problem, and at the same time, when I talk about Sattvik, we are talking about trust. We are talking about ensuring that every food product that your client is receiving is 100% certified veg by you. At We Secure You and with the technology like Verify, what is happening is that they are authenticating that trust, which is by putting a QR code on every product that you have, every food product that you have, and ensuring that the power is now in the hands of the consumer, where they can actually scan that particular product and they can reach to Sattvik and Sattvik's official website, where they're able to ensure that what you're saying is absolutely true. So it just creates a level playing field for the consumer as well as for the manufacturer. How important do you feel such a technology could work for Sattvik, or even for the companies that you deal with, which are companies which are food production companies? How important do you feel in your experience?
I think, Vivek, embedding technology today should be the biggest feature for any company today, right? Because the technology is going in a very, very different dimension. And at Sattvik, as you know, that we've recently launched the application.
Yeah.
We launched this application. I was there on a four country tour, and we did it in all the Southeast Asia. We launched the app. The main intention of launching the app was to prove the authentication. So this kind of a product could actually revolutionize, the way what we are doing, because we are not a tech company.
Yeah.
So we are a certification company.
Exactly.
We basically my entire research, is not for technology, but it's for it's for services basically. So as and when anything new in the production comes in, so we need to again see how the protocols and how the SOPs will change. But I think this feature can actually revolutionize the way people are looking at the product, and for us it's going to be really, really amazing, because once you say that this product is Sattvik certified, and now you can actually blockchain it. So it's a blockchained product.
Yeah.
And that brings value to the product A, value to the company B, and again value to Sattvik.
Yeah.
So I think we will sit, if this kind of association can be done, I think this is going to be a game changer.
Amazing. And the beauty is that it's also in this new era. The whole thing is about information and the right data, right? Now, the moment you have your consumer clicking that QR code, you're able to establish the usage of your product also in different parts of the world, I would say.
Yeah.
And then that gives you a chance to sort of go back to the table and work around the data that you collect on those clicks that you're receiving from all over, to make changes, to embed changes, and also run loyalty programs, because in a lot of products, loyalty programs are also extremely important. I don't know how Sattvik runs loyalty programs and stuff. People who are going to deal with you day in, day out, or for a longer term, I'm sure there can be something which can be given to them in the form of a reward, or something which benefits to them. So that's how this technology is sort of bringing about this change. Any real example that comes to your mind, as we were mentioning just before this podcast, that how some of the products that we use on an everyday basis, from a chips to drinks that we are sort of having, I mean, just a few kilometers away from us, you can find an exact duplicate of that.
Yeah. So and that's a fact. We've run these things a lot of times because we are a research-based organization. So the first thing I always talk about is everywhere, even if the subject is not there, but still that's very close to my heart. The use of MSG in India. Also, the monosodium glutamate is basically imported as a chemical, and then it's repacked as a food grade. Right. And whatever, and the kind of Ajinomoto, that's
Chinese
the taste, no? And actually, I think it's banned in India. Mostly all the 5-star restaurants, you will not find any Ajinomoto. All the even it's a protocol, but I think it's something which is being brought to India and it's being and the maximum usage of this particular product is done by a roadside vendor.
Wow.
Who's selling chow mein or who's selling fried rice in front of a school. The school kids will, and probably this guy is not trained that how much the Ajinomoto should go.
Yeah.
Right, so he will just pick it up and he will just throw it, and he thinks that it's a taste enhancer, but actually on a daily basis, if a child is using it, it is cancerous.
It is.
It gives you bone problems.
Yeah.
There are a lot of problems with MSG.
Even with pregnant women, they say that not to eat
You
that.
get so much cranky actually. The kids get so much cranky after using a lot of MSG. So that is one of that is one thing where we need to control ourselves. Second, I'll come to your answer is that we did a small run where when you go out of Delhi, say for example we are going to Jaipur, and the distance is about 300 kilometers.
Yeah.
So in between range of 125 kilometers to the next 50 kilometers.
Yeah.
You buy any chips packet, you buy any cold drink, you buy any, I think 90% of them is all counterfeit.
Wow.
Because, the approach is that, that's the place where it's a highway, nobody would, and all the ancillaries are nearby. So they're not very far.
Wow. And I'm sure, even those vendors would not be aware that they're not selling Lays or they're not selling the real product.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So even they are selling a counterfeit product, which even the seller is not, the shopkeeper
actually,
are
they
not.
don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know.
Yeah,
they don't know.
But if you have a technology like Verify,
Yeah.
where you're able to authenticate a product just by the way of scanning it, and most of the mobile smartphones are available with everyone today.
Yes, yes.
And even if the seller is able to identify whether I'm selling the right product or not, would just create such an environment which is extremely, extremely good. And when you say a vendor selling outskirts of Delhi or highways, I can just imagine the scale of the problem this could be.
That's what I told you.
Wow.
It is there.
Wow.
And that's why a lot of companies where we see the percentage of counterfeit is very high, and they don't care about it because they are selling their product, so they don't care. They know that okay, this is my optimum capacity, I'm selling it. I think we step down, we don't certify them.
Yeah.
Because we really don't want our logo to be on a counterfeit packet.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's what I'm saying, that this thing is going to game change. This thing can become a game changer.
Yes.
And probably this can also be adaptive to our application, which we say.
Yes.
So anybody using our application can also, check whether it's counterfeit or not, and we can actually put that feature on our application.
Wow, this is
that
amazing.
Would not, it will not be a very. We already have features where, like you are getting down at Singapore and you just see where are the outlets. You can go see on your mobile where the outlet is. You can check the menu. You can always book a table if you want to, on what time you want to come in, how many people you want to come.
Wow.
Even you can also see the menu, and you can also tick the menu.
This is amazing.
So by the time because technology, you need technology. So when I go to Singapore, Little India, basically I stay around that place only. So it's like I think every 300 meters in Little India, we've certified almost all the vegetarian restaurants. Wow. And now this app is going to actually empower them to reach the client directly when the person is landing at the airport.
Wow.
This is with Indonesia.
So they will give them information of
everything
which is vegetarian.
You just need to find.
Wow.
You just need to find.
But this is amazing because with the help of the app and the environment that you're creating, or the ecosystem that you're creating, for particularly for vegetarian, for people who are interested in vegetarian food,
vegans, Jains,
Buddhists. Yeah. I mean, there's so many layers to it, right?
Yeah.
So amazing. I mean, and I just feel that the more level playing environment that we are able to create, the more information that we are able to give to our consumer will only empower them.
Yes.
Will eventually empower the manufacturer, and will just create an ecosystem which is healthy for everyone, right?
Vivek, let me tell you, when I was developing this entire thing, I knew it was not easy.
Yeah.
It took me almost 16 years to do that. But I had one thing in mind since day one. the right to eat, you have a fundamental right to know what you are eating
Absolutely.
as a world citizen.
Absolutely.
So whatever comes on your plate, right, you have the right to know what's on your plate.
Absolutely.
And if somebody is saying that it's vegetarian and you can eat it and it's not, I think he's doing the biggest blunder in his life.
Wow.
Yeah. So my entire focus was, for a citizen, global citizen, as a global citizen, to really empower people, to make them understand, or to have that thing in their own hands, that whatever is coming to you on the platter is whatever you want to eat.
Absolutely. And as you said that, the power in the hands of consumer is what Verify is doing, giving that power in the hands of the consumer to be able to even authenticate with the help of
It's
Verify
beautiful,
technology.
very nice.
And I just feel that, with sort of a marriage between both concepts, this could be a great sort
sure.
of combination.
Sure.
And just closing notes, sir, on your sort of Sattvik and the importance of counterfeiting.
I think we need to address the counterfeiting thing till it becomes more and more and more bigger.
Yeah.
It is not good for the consumers. Of course, it's not good for the consumers. Even the manufacturers. I think even the manufacturers need to come up one step ahead to actually stop this counterfeiting and use more and more of technology, as we were talking right now.
Yeah.
Sattvik is one area. Sattvik is one specific area where this can be, we make sure. But I think that this kind of a technology, when it's embedded with the certification, it's going to do wonders. Even for the consumers, for the brands, even my brands. I think all my brands today, we are with top of the line brands in India, and we are actually they are inside our ecosystem. They promote Sattvik as and when. So I think something coming like this would be a great step towards towards counterfeiting.
Thanks a lot for your insights, sir, and thanks a lot for coming to my podcast.
Thank you so much.
We are creating an environment which is healthy. We are creating an environment which is transparent. We are creating an environment which is pure vegetarian and vegan. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Vevek.